welcome. This is Africa in 10 minutes, where we bring to you the top business news as reported on Footprint Africa. I'm Chiamaka J. Uwadoka, and these are the headlines. SHK founder Shreya Karaya talks on helping premium brands establish a footprint in Kenya. Nigeria to launch one-stop shops to spur small-scale enterprises. And Africa's two largest economies come out of recession. And now the stories. Shreya Karaya, founder of SHK Consulting, speaks to Footprint Africa about running a consulting house for luxury brands in Kenya. SHK employs a team of youthful, energetic, lively thinkers and high achievers who have extensive backgrounds in public relations, marketing, brand strategy, and event conceptualization, and experience from Australia, Europe, and Africa. SHK Consulting conceptualizes events that offer a distinct experience and a contact book of top influencers from across all industries to an enviable list of premium brands looking to set up shop in the country. In the interview, Karaya says Kenya's market is relatively small for larger luxury brands to be attracted to directly enter into. She also advocates for the development of a stronger and better retail structure. She, however, foresees significant growth in luxury brands like alcohol, cars, hotels, restaurants, and watches. This interview is available via the Footprint Africa news platform. Ever lost an important personal document with no hope of recovery? 24-year-old Kenyan media practitioner Kenneth Kamanja has devised a means to help. Speaking to Footprint Africa, Kamanja explains how his sticker printer machine can help recover lost important documents. For almost 1 year, Kamanja has been labeling personal documents with names and contact details of owners across Kenya with a sticker that does not interfere with the originality of the documents, so that in case of loss, the owner can be contacted to recover them. For more information on his documents labeling enterprise and his exclusive interview, please visit the Footprint Africa news platform. It is accessible to all users. In other news, Nigeria and South Africa, the two largest economies in Africa, have both come out of recession after both countries experienced growth in the last quarter. Figures released by the Statistics South Africa show that the country moved out of recession in the second quarter of the year, following a 2.5% expansion of the economy. This marked the end of 2 quarters of contraction and beating market expectations of a 2.1% rise in GDP. It was also the highest growth rate in a year, with agriculture, forestry, and fishing making the largest upward contribution, namely field crops and horticultural products, a report from South African Business Report confirmed. Nigeria, however, experienced a much more marginal growth than its southern counterpart, expanding by 0.55% in the second quarter. The federal government welcomed the exit of Nigeria from the recession, but with caution and optimism. It said it will continue to drive economic growth by vigorously implementing the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan launched earlier this year by President Muhammadu Buhari. A statement by Mr. Laolu Akonde, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, said, "The overall economic plan and direction of the administration has resulted, among others, in sustained restoration of all production levels. This sustenance," he explained, was made possible because of enhanced security and stability in the Niger Delta. Moving on, the search is on to find and support the next generation of startups working to make the world a better place by Chivas Regal. Launched in 2014, the Chivas venture has been annually investing $1 million in social entrepreneurs changing the world and has to date received almost 6,000 applications. Applications for the 2018 edition are now open in Kenya and in 29 countries from 5 continents in total. One winner will be selected from each country and given the chance to take part in an exclusive accelerator program, which will be followed by 3 weeks of online public voting, where the winner will receive the first $200,000 of the fund. The remainder of the fund will be distributed as a series of high-stake pitches at the Chivas Venture 2018 final. Applications for the Chivas Venture 2018 will close on the 30th of October 2017. The federal government of Nigeria has resolved to launch one-stop shops in 7 states and the FCT for micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises to spur local production and harness the nation's export potential. The measure is also to facilitate smoother government regulation and an interface between entrepreneurs and agencies of government. The Vice President's spokesman, Mr. Laolu Akonde, said in a statement that one of such one-stop shop for MSMEs in Plateau State was already launched in Jos on August 24th, and it was being housed by the Plateau State Microfinance Development Agency. According to him, the states that are next in line are Abia, Cross River, Ogun, Akwa Ibom, Kwara, Kano, Benue, and the FCT. He said that the shops are slated to take off between September and October, adding that more shops will be launched in other states before the end of the year. The one-stop shop is aimed at bridging the information and investment gap between micro and small investors and regulatory agencies of government. Such agencies include the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC), Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC), Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON), Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS), and others. Akonde said that the MSME clinics, which held in several states, already had provided the opportunities for entrepreneurs and local producers in the MSME level to interact with regulatory agencies. He added that the one-stop shop would create an ongoing opportunity in a permanent location to achieve the same purpose. The One-Stop Shop program is part of the ongoing nationwide micro, small and medium enterprise clinics for viable enterprises initiated by the presidency in January 2017. The agencies to be housed in the one-stop shops are the Bank of Industry (BOI), Bank of Agriculture (BOA), Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC), Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS), Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON), National Agency for Food Drug Administration Control (NAFDAC), and Industrial Training Fund (ITF). Others include the Nigerian Export-Import Bank (NEXIM), Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC), and Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria (SMIDEN). In tech news, MTN Ghana, a leading telecommunications operator, said it is investing a total of $144.5 million to expand its operations in the country in a bid to improve the quality of its services. Cynthia Lumo, Corporate Services Executive of the company, said the amount is to, among other things, increase network availability and modernization, service innovation and operational efficiency. She said the expansion will enable the company to offer quality services to subscribers while increasing MTN Ghana's contribution to the national economy. The company currently employs about 500,000 people in direct and indirect jobs. Within the last 10 years, the company also has funded 142 major development projects as part of its corporate social responsibility to society, mainly in education, infrastructure, water and sanitation, health and capacity building. The technical manager disclosed that the company was stepping up work to add 54 new cell sites for its 3G network, while 33 new sites will be installed for its 4G network. In addition, it will also be deploying 7 new smart solution cell sites to ensure efficiency in its services. The largest exploration company in Russia, Rosgeo, has signed an agreement to develop blocks off the south coast of South Africa. Rosgeo provides a full range of exploration services from regional surveys to parametric drilling and subsoil monitoring. The agreement between the company and South Africa's State Oil and Gas Corporation, Petro SA, will see it carry out more than 1,500 square miles of 3D seismic operations, over 8,000 miles of gravity magnetic exploration works, and drilling of exploration wells. It is aimed at developing bilateral relations between South Africa and Russia, as well as strengthening the company's presence in the African market. Rosgeo assured that it will use the most advanced technologies, including 3D exploratory works and modern seismic and drilling vessels in the project. Luvo Makasi, chairman of the Central Energy Fund, said the agreements will contribute to the formation of the hydrocarbon market in South Africa. With oil reserves estimated at more than 50 million tons, gas over 14 trillion cubic feet, and the forecasted gas resources 42 trillion feet, the project expects to extract up to 140 million cubic feet of gas daily, providing the required volume of raw materials to the Mossel Bay plant. The estimated volume of investment is $400 million. The agreement on development of blocks 9 and 11A off the south coast of South Africa was signed by Roman Panov, CEO and chairman of Rosgeo's management board, chairman of Petro SA, Nala Gomende, and CEF's Makasi at the 2017 BRICS Summit in China. That wraps up the stories of the week. Please stay tuned for a recap. SHK founder Shreya Karaya on helping premium brands establish a footprint in Kenya. Kenneth Kamanje speaks to Footprint Africa on document labeling enterprise. Africa's 2 largest economies come out of recession. Chivas launches annual $1 million startup competition. Nigeria to launch one-stop shops to spur small-scale enterprises. MTN sets $145 million aside for network expansion in Ghana. And Russia's Rosgeo to develop gas fields in South Africa. To keep up with the trending business news in Africa, stay connected. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. These news and reports are called from Footprints Africa. For daily updates and more business news in Africa, please log on to www.footprintsafrica.com today. Footprints Africa, business news made in Africa by Africans.